Hi there, my name is Zach McMahon. I'm the social marketer here at the Shelby Kennedy Foundation. Today we're going to be releasing our first video interview that we conducted at the Teach Them Diligently convention in Nashville, Tennessee. We spoke with David Nunnery, the leader of Worldwide Tent Makers, which is the umbrella company for Teach Them Diligently conventions. So here's what he has to say about himself and his ministry.
We are a mission organization first. The organization is Worldwide Tent Makers, and that is what existed first. We've been around for 25 years. Teach Them Diligently has only been around since 2011. The first conference was 2012. So we started as a mission board. And I don't think people really realize that that is really the core of who we are. And that is the reason why we have the focus that we have.
One of Teach Them Diligently's missions is family discipleship. So next, we asked Mr. Nunnery to share how he keeps family discipleship at the forefront of his events. Here's what he had to say.
Well, we try to just talk about it constantly. You can't talk about it enough. We believe that with homeschooling, you need to think about the foundation first. And the foundation is always discipleship. We believe that's part of the Great Commission. Your home is your Jerusalem. And everything else that you do needs to build off of discipleship. So whether you're teaching math, the math curriculum that you pick, the English curriculum, the grammar curriculum, whatever you're doing, it should build off of the idea of discipleship. And homeschool families, they get thrown off so easy because it's very busy work. And you can get very frustrated. And we think that that focus on discipleship really helps you be able to stay disciplined and committed and focused so that you're not getting drawn off into all kinds of stuff. So
Teach Them Diligently does more than just family discipleship resources. They do Christian homeschooling resources and parenting resources. So we asked Mr. Nunnery, why the additional element of family discipleship in the midst of all the other resources they provide? Here is Mr. Nunnery's response.
Well, for us, we don't see it as additional. We see it as core. And the parenting and the marriage is just an extension of building off of the discipleship focus. So we spend a lot of time talking about the gospel. We spend a lot of time talking about discipleship. We homeschool because it's discipleship. It's not an education method. And when you start approaching it as a discipleship, you start realizing that you have to expand beyond that. And it gets into parenting, it gets into marriage, because homeschooling affects every part of your life. You can't just limit it to education, what you do from like 8 to 3, because it affects your relationship that you have with your son or your daughter. And then it's also going to affect the relationship that you have with your husband or wife. And so you got to talk about that stuff.
Mr. Nunnery and his family came to the 2013 National Bible Bee and had a blast. We asked him to share why he chooses to partner with the National Bible Bee and with the Sword Study Series, and really with the Shelby Kennedy Foundation in general. So here's what he has to say about that.
You guys are about discipleship, and so are we. And so it's a very natural connection. You don't have to have a discipleship curriculum in order to disciple your child. You have the Word of God. But we believe that the Sword Studies really break it down very easy for parents to be able to go through that. It's a really great guide for parents to use.
Wait a second. Did you catch that?
You don't have to have a discipleship curriculum in order to disciple your child.
Mr. Nunnery, the leader of Teach Them Diligently conventions, a big name convention for Christian homeschooling, just said, you don't need discipleship curriculum for your children. We at the Shelby Kennedy Foundation, we agree with him. The most important aspect of your family discipleship should be the Word of God. That's why we provide resources to help you and your children dig deep in the Word of God yourselves. Did you enjoy this interview? Well, be on the lookout for other interviews with people like Josh Duggar, Todd Friel, and the Taylor brothers from Blimey Cow.